Well, Dennis, we have never met before. I've seen you on screen, but we've never met one-on-one before, and it's nice to have a chance to talk with you. And particularly after seeing this film, I have to admit to you, I couldn't imagine what it was going to be like. But after I saw it coming out last night, I thought, what a romp, what a great
Yes, it is.
time.
Yeah.
And enjoyed your performance very, very much.
Thank you.
I wondered going into it, I had this thought, I just couldn't help it. Year of the Dragon, and you, of course you were in that.
Right.
And I was thinking, now, my gosh, here we go again. Are we setting ourselves up for another one of those demonstrations and people saying, oh, it's racist, because it seems like, as you know, Dennis, some people will always, with any ethnic picture, they will always find some excuse to claim it's racist. So I'm wondering now, when you were thinking about going into this, did that thought occur to you that it would be attacked as racist?
Well, I saw the script, before I met John Carpenter, and I read it, and I thought the script could go in a lot of different directions depending on the vision of the director. I mean, when I met John, though, I mean, it could have been a racist, stereotypical film, depending on how it was directed and the vision of it. When I met John, though, and I realized his vision was something else, what the movie became, that he was transcending all that, and really building on a lot of universality of the characters, and about my characters, especially that he said this character is nobody's sidekick, he's equal to Jack Burton, and I was so excited because I could see that he was thinking the way I was thinking, that, and I thought if this happens, it would be a breakthrough role. And when I saw it last night, I thought this film is that and even more. The whole film is amazing.
Do you think any members of the Chinese American community, though, will, start that whole Year of the Dragon thing over again?
They might. I think if they do, they're really mistaken in this case. And I mean, there's always somebody that's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be like there was in Year of the Dragon. I think it seemed like it would be a small minority. If it maybe not at all. It's hard to say at this point, but I don't think there's any problem at all with the film. I think it breaks a lot of new ground for Asians. It's an important film for the Asian community and the portrayal of Asians in a Hollywood film.
In what way do you think it is?
One, that I'm pretty much portrayed as an American. I am Chinese, but I definitely am an American who's very savvy to what's going on on the street, very adaptable, and he's clearly an American, not talking with a funny accent, not talking some funny pidgin language. I think that's a major breakthrough in an American film. I don't think there's been a character like mine ever. I thought that was the case, but especially when I saw it on the film, I thought, oh my God, there's some exciting things happening. I think it's going to maybe open things up for Asians. They're going to see that Asians can act, can be funny, can be dynamic, can have screen presence. I don't think they've given Asians the opportunity to really blow it out there in the past. I think we're seeing a new phase.
Did it surprise you then that Year of the Dragon got the reaction it did from some members?
I understand, the concerns. I mean, the violence and all that. I mean, but on another level, the things that they portrayed are real. I mean, there is a Chinese underworld, there is violence in Chinatown. I mean, some of it was overblown for the film, for the commercial part of it. And I understand, their concern. But on another level, I see the film as part of the same breaking of new ground. I think it's part of Hollywood exploring what they can do with Asians, to see, again, can they act? Can they help carry a film? And I think Year of the Dragon proved that Asians can do that. And now I think that's why things like Big Trouble are happening. And another film I'll be working on in China with Bernardo Bertolucci about the last emperor. So I think Year of the Dragon was part of that breaking of the ground. It's just part of the transition. I don't regret doing it. I think it was important.
In this movie, I bet you had to learn to do a lot of things you've never done before. Am I right?
Right. Well, I've done a lot of comedy and I've done dramatic things. There's a lot of comedy and drama within this cartoon format. And martial arts I've had background, but I had to get into it much more than I ever have. Yeah, I had to train a lot. I worked out pretty much every day with a sword and with the experts on the set. But I love doing movement, and that with me was very gratifying to be able to perfect a craft, an art with movement and then with a sword.
Is that difficult, that sword action?
At first, I mean, when you first pick it up, it's like it's a foreign object. But when you work with something long enough, it becomes an extension of your body. It's almost like it's supposed to be that type of sword is you're supposed to make it an extension of your arm. And by the end, I felt very comfortable. I felt great with it. And I had come a long way from the beginning when I first started, before the film started. I was trained about 2 weeks before in San Francisco before I went to Los Angeles, and then I just kept working out, and I could feel, even the people I was working with, they said, wow, they could see the tremendous growth. And that's, you know, in itself is very fulfilling, to take something that you don't know and in a few months become pretty proficient with it. Yeah.
So you think you're going to get more offers to, they're
martial
looking for an Asian who can handle a sword?
Well, I don't want to get to see, I don't see myself just as a martial arts actor. In fact, I don't want to be pigeonholed there at all. I don't want to, I want to do a whole range of things. I want to do, I'd like to do a dramatic film, another comedy, maybe without martial arts. Just do everything, do crossover roles, playing a non-Asian role. So I don't want to be pigeonholed. I want to be able to just keep challenging myself and growing.
Well, Dennis, I think from now on, people are going to remember you and know your name and know your face, because this is just a heck of a performance you give.
Thank you.
And the film is such fun.
Yes.
Thanks so much for talking with us here today in New York City.
Thank you.
That was nice. I enjoyed it. Very nice. Okay. Now we have to turn the...
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you anticipate that this film is going to be attacked as a racist film like Year of the Dragon was? Do you think there was any basis in fact for Year of the Dragon being attacked as a racist picture? Was it difficult to learn all that sword fighting? You think you're going to be approached now to do more of this kind of martial arts film? Just some reactions now. That should do it.